Hello YouTube, part 4 here of my day today. It is now 11:55 and I've just picked up a job. I've spent the last hour or so trying to find a job. The first 15 of which I did a video which you may or may not have seen. And I wanted to reflect a bit on some of the things I was thinking about as I was doing the work in the last hour. So the first thing I want to say is I usually don't look at the Google Maps on the same phone as I'm using the CX. I usually use a different phone for Google Maps because I find it quicker to find where I'm going and then use the CX for looking at the job information. But because I was doing a video, I wanted to show you the whole system, which did slow me up. So after the video, I went back to using a second phone for my Google Maps looking around, and I found it was a bit quicker. The second thing is, I quite quickly, about 15-20 minutes later after I finished the video, began to mildly panic about not being able to find a job. And I was thinking, well, I can't sit here all day doing this. And I felt that the area I'm in, which is sort of the north of London, I think it might be the north. I'm on a ring road that goes around London, M13. I don't know what it's called. I think it is North Circular, but it might not be that. It's not the M25, definitely. It's an A road that goes around London, and I felt that there was not much work coming close to me, so I expanded my search to half an hour within where I was, and that brought in sort of NW postcodes, E postcodes, and so I got a few more bids on by doing that. And the next thing I did do is, about 45 minutes into my search, I thought, I might be here all day, so I just started putting some bids on stuff going out of London, that long distances, at like £1 a mile, so that if I was going to get it, it would be worth doing. Now I'll run through my bids with you in a moment, so you can see what I did bid. The other thing, I put some bids on stuff, and I ended up thinking, I haven't got time to work out necessarily the time it takes to get to and from this pick-up location and this drop-off location. So what I ended up doing is looking at the map on the CX system, making a judgment call as to what I thought it would roughly be, and then putting a judgment call in terms of my bids. And I think that's what I found I do generally in London. I use my judgment call rather than being too systematic about it. And I tend to go to the nearest £10. And I tend to try and stick to £50 as my minimum, but for today I was willing to go lower, and I just ended up going back to that kind of routine where I was just putting lots of bids on with a gut feeling about what the price should be. And I suppose I'm sharing that with you because I want to show you that I don't know how to bid in London yet. It is new. It is a hard thing to get right. So I'm not doing this because I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this to show you what happens if you do it. What happens? What do you get? What bids come up where you are? How do you bid? And what response do you get? Now there's no point in me doing a video for the whole hour showing me do that. So I think the first video showed you the basics about how I do the searching. I might do another one after later on, but I have got a job now, and I'm on my way now to a postcode which is, double check it, it's EN11 postcode, so it's taking me away from the centre of London. It's half an hour north of from where I am, and it's taking me to SW4, and the actual mileage from where I was to pick up is 13 miles, and the loaded miles is 25 miles, so that's 38 miles. The job does require some alcohol delivery. It's 500 kilograms. Now I've always avoided alcohol deliveries in the past because I'm not sure how to bid for them. So I did bid £60, 60, and I feel at this point I'm okay with that. When the shipper called me, I did check with them what would be the situation with offloading, and she said I'll get some help. So I'm expecting there not to be much handballing at the end of this. And it's not in the congestion charge zone, so I should be okay. I don't know, I'll wait till I find out. Yeah, so I'm going to make my way there. It's not until a 1 o'clock pickup, so I'm going to be around about half an hour on site before I need to be, and she did say it won't be ready till 1 o'clock, so I'll have a little break for half an hour when I get there. I'll run through now the quotes that I did and tell you what I bid, and obviously all of these ones I didn't get. So we're starting from after I finished the video, which I think was about 1:45. So, actually, I'll just run through all of them. So I bid £50 from NW7 to SE24 for a small van, and that was at 10:10. That job was cancelled. The next job I bid on was £30, going from Woodford Green to Romford. I was close to that for a small van. That was at 10:46. That got sold. Next job was from N18 to Isleworth TW7. I bid £35 for a small van job. That was cancelled as well. That was at 10:30. Came on system. Next job I bid on was from UB6. This was on the system at 6 minutes past 11, going to KT22 Leatherhead. It's a small van job going 36 miles. I bid £50. I didn't get that. Next one was NW10 for a medium wheelbase van going to EC2M, so in the centre of town. Came on the system at 11:29. I bid £50 for a 9-mile journey and didn't get that. Actually, that was cancelled, that one. Next one I bid on was NW10 to Altrincham. This is where I started going out of London. It was 11:28. It came on the system. It was a long wheelbase job going for 190 miles, and I bid £200. And that was sold. Then I had one from RM9 going to Newton Aycliffe. Again, that was a DL postcode. That was at miles up north. It was cancelled in the end. It was a long wheelbase job. I bid £270 for a 260 mile loaded miles job. Next one was London NW3 to Cambridge. I bid £60. It got sold in the end. That's a small van job going 56 miles. Dagenham RM9 going to Newton Aycliffe. I'm imagining that was probably, if I just look back at the no, it was different. No, it's interesting. It's a different shipper, but it's actually probably is the same job as I've been on before. And it got sold. I bid £250. I didn't know it's the same job. I did £250 for 256 miles for a small wheelbase. It's now on a small wheelbase job. So I didn't get that. And then the last one I bid on, which didn't get, was London E16 to SE16. I bid £40 for a job that came on for a small van going 7 miles. Obviously didn't get that. So yeah, gives some idea about what came up. None of it was really close to where I was at NE13. All of it was within about half an hour's journey. And I think that was part of the reason why I was getting frustrated, was that there was nothing really close to me. I was thinking about driving further into the centre of London, but I thought if I did that, then there's no guarantee I'm going to get work, and I could be driving further away from something that I end up getting, which in the end is the case. I'm ending up going north. So when you're in that situation, it's really hard to know what to do. I don't know the area very well, so I don't know whether there's a good area to go to in London or a bad area to stay in. So, and I didn't really know where. I parked on the side of the road, so I wasn't on a car park, wasn't WL line, so I was in a safe place to park on a quiet road. So I had plenty of time, but I felt that moving was probably not going to do me any favours. But it's always a hard decision to make. So anyway, I've made a decision. I've taken a job. It's taking me half an hour north, 1 o'clock pickup. It's alcohol, back into SW 4, and then we'll see how it goes. Thank you.